So everyone is definitely super excited after Ethereum blasts through the $500 resistance line. I think now it's around $542, which is fantastic. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract, a bit of news around that, how much ETH is still required in order to launch on the 1st of December, a little bit of news with massive whales moving around, tons of ETH, and to top it off, let's look a little bit at the IFUSD charts. What kind of resistances lie in the near future, and where can we expect the price to go? My name is Kierin, and I'll be your DeFi guide on your adventure, making sure that you're safe in the space, bringing you the necessary tools and knowledge so that you can thrive and make the best decisions to increase your investments. ETH has been phenomenal, but not only ETH, the whole cryptocurrency market has been thriving. Many coins are in the double digits. I think it's very important now with this massive growth to keep in mind not to FOMO into any coins. You've had the whole year to place your bets. And yeah, when a coin is up 60% and you're like thinking of buying it, just remember a whale might be behind you, and that would be a really bad day. So always dollar cost average, and don't go into this massive green candles because they'll come and bite you back in the back. I found this image and I thought it's a very good representation of the value proposition behind Ethereum. So of course it's a utility asset, but it's also a productivity asset, it's capital asset, and also a currency asset, and all of these work well together in the Ethereum ecosystem, bringing a lot of value, not only in terms of money, but in usefulness. And that is represented by one of the best growing trends this year, the DeFi space. And now Ethereum is undertaking massive changes in its infrastructure. The ETH 2.0 blockchain hopefully will launch on the 1st of December. And for that, we're going to need 524,000 ETH deposited, and we're nearly, well, not nearly there, but we're nearly at 40% of the threshold. Nearly 200,000 ETH have been deposited. So probably when this video is uploaded, 200,000 ETH have been deposited. 665 unique depositors and $103 million worth of ETH. And one thing I did mention in the first update for the 2.0 upgrade is that I was speculating a lot of value and a lot of ETH is going to be locked up in the last few days leading up to the 24th of November. And as you can see, the amount of the ETH that has been locked up has spiked tremendously. So on the 20th of November, there was 39,232 ETH. 21st of November, 50,560, and I can see that tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we're gonna see large spikes, and the same as massive whales are depositing ETH into the deposit contract. What is also super interesting is to look at the vintageness of the ETH2 deposits, in which year were these ETH bought. And it's quite interesting that not a lot of ETH from 2015 or 2016 or the years after that have been added into the ETH2 contract, and most of it has been coming from 2020. That's something that I definitely did not expect, and it does make a lot of sense because a lot of institutional investors have been entering the space in 2020, and these institutional investors definitely don't want to give away 25% APR, which will be super lucrative return on investment at the beginning of the staking period. In the first ETH2 update that I made, I was talking about the lack of decentralization when looking at the deposits distribution. I think this now is a lot better picture. The distribution is a lot more decentralized. You've got 38% of all validators are probably single validators with 32 ETH deposits. And then you've got the bigger whales, but I don't see like a massive whale having a majority stake of the whole validator pool, which is pretty interesting. So the biggest at the moment is this address with 653 validators. But with that said, it's possible that in the last few days there's going to be massive whales entering the market. There's been a lot of ETH that have been shifting around from wallet to wallet. Now, of course, this is not an indication that this is going to the deposit address, but with a little bit of speculation, we can guess that it might be the case. In any way, a lot of ETH has been moving around from wallet to wallet. So that is from the notifications from Whaler. But one whale, which is not actually a whale, but it's an institution that is offering staking to many European customers, Bitcoin Suisse is ready to deposit 100,000 ETH into Ethereum 2.0. And this 100,000 ETH are from many clients, and they will be benefiting at the beginning of the staking from this incredibly lucrative return on investment. Unfortunately, American citizens are not allowed to participate and become a Bitcoin Suisse customer, but many other clients have this possibility, and it makes it a lot easier for people that might not be ready to run their own validator and they don't really want to have ownership over their own coins to get into staking super easily. The current cost to stake with Bitcoin Suisse is around 15% of the staking rewards. Now, this fee might change depending on the competitors and also depending on the price of ETH. So last but not least, let's quickly have a look at the IFUSD chart, which has been fantastic. It's been pushing past resistance over resistance, and the last big resistance that it pushed past was the $500 resistance. Now, what I really like to see is for a slight correction and a bounce off of the $525 mark. If not, a bounce above 435 would be also good, but a bounce off of 525 would be a very strong indication that we will see higher highs. Now, if we blend in the Ichimoku cloud, which is one of my favorite indicators, I anticipate the next big resistance is going to be $652, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing that in the next 2 to 3 weeks if the current price growth is continuing. So very often, like I've mentioned many times with the Ichimoku, we tend to see edge-to-edge trades. That means a trade that happens from one edge and goes to the other edge. So on all likelihood, it's possible we're going to see a $647 ETH pretty soon, and the best case scenario is that we're going to reach the top of the cloud, which would bring us to $745, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing that until the end of the year. And this is an ETH price prediction that I made at the beginning of the year, so I'm pretty happy if this pans out. Last but not least, if you're running a validator on Linux and you're running into problems because you don't have enough space due to improper default partitioning of your LVM, then you might find this guide. I can link it down below. Super useful and help you down the line if you have to configure your LVM on a fresh installation of Ubuntu for your validator. I've seen quite a lot of questions on Reddit about this, and I think this guide might be useful to some people here that are running their own validators. With that said, I'll catch you in the next update. Have a good one.